And we are live. Peace, 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 and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Knowledge Radio. Place for knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born a Lot. And the gods have smiled on me today. Okay? I just need y'all to know what's going on, what's happening right now. This is not clickbait. We are actually looking at one of the greatest on the rise in every facet of the word. The hardest working, most motivated, most multi talented, most creative gift
You.
that is Miss Reddstylez in the building. So it becomes my honor and privilege. Definitely my honor and privilege to introduce some, present others, and welcome back to Do Knowledge Radio in an official
Right,
situation.
right. I
The
appreciate
greatness.
right.
Queen Red Styles in the building. What's going on with you, Queen? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Just taking everything day by day. I know everybody else is. I definitely am with everything going on in the world, but I'm doing good for the most part. Can't complain.
I love it. I love it. You bossing, you facilitating boss moves. You the wingman.
Yeah.
You are so many people in one person. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how does it feel to be you on a daily basis? Let's start with that.
Man, I mean, I don't know. I really don't even sit and think about that. I just go. Like, I just do what I got to do
Mm,
and keep going. Like, that's all. Like, now you have me thinking, but for the most part, like I said, I just be going. I do what I got to do. I go to work every day. I work on my business every day,
right.
work on my YouTube every day, like looking, checking out
Right.
my thing every day. It's just, I don't know. I just do it. I just put my head down and I keep going. That's all you can do. So,
I agree. So this is why moments like this is such a blessing for me. You know, you got fans, you got supporters, you got loyalists, all of that. You
yeah.
got thirsties. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? You got all that. You understand what I'm saying? But we never get a chance to see you. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm so honored that you using this opportunity here to discuss you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I did with G Wayne. That's why I did with Tim Willie because you know you are phenomenal content creators. You see what I'm saying? So we don't know which personage you are, or if you all of these personages, or these personages came from thoughts in your mind or experiences you had or your friends had, or whatever. You see what I'm saying? But they're relatable, real life experiences that we get a chance to partake in
Right.
vicariously through what you present. You see what I'm saying? And it
Right.
causes like a memory effect. Like, yo, I remember a dude I grew up with, or a dude I'm with a dude right now, or a sister right now. You understand what I'm saying? Who act just like this. Like, it's so much. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
especially in the midst of everything that's going on, uh, how do you find the balance in between how you feeling versus what you create? Is there ever a conflict? And if it's a conflict, how do you resolve it?
You're pertaining towards what's happening in the world right now, right?
Right. What's happening in the world? And kind of like even leading up because you have a story before this. You see what I'm saying? I don't want your story to be this right here. You see what I'm saying? So just what conflicts in your life and now. Like how do you find a balance in between what you create and separate it from what you experience, or is there a comfortable medium where these things collide?
I believe there's definitely a comfortable medium. I take from my experiences and use them for sure. Like most of the stuff that you guys have seen on my YouTube that is my content has been things I've actually gone through or things that I've
Mm,
seen that I feel like people can relate to because those are the best videos because you can laugh and relate. You can laugh and relate.
right.
That's what I want. I want people to laugh, but be like, oh, I know somebody like that, or I've been through that. I go through that, because that creates comfort with your audience. They're able to watch it and be like, man, like that's me. I could watch her. I really experienced that. So I like to make them laugh, but also, kind of remind them or, kind of relate to them in the sense. So I find that happy medium by just taking what I've been through or like seeing other people's experiences and kind of taking from that. So yeah.
Now, last time you were here, you shared an experience out of everything that you're doing and with everything that you have going on.
Mhm.
What was the deciding factor for you to say, "Yo, Big Ja, I want to be in one of your videos"? How did that work? What was that story like?
Man, I mean, I remember telling you before that I just kind of like, he was already following me, and then I ended up DMing him, and I was just like, hey, can I be one of your videos? Like, like I would be funny with my friends and stuff, but like nothing too serious. And then I DM'd him, and he was like, yeah, like, can you act? And we kind of discussed, and then, from there I ended up in the first video. And it kind of just kept going. Like after that it was Jay Horn, and then from Jay Horn it went to G Wayne. Like people would just start hitting me up, and then here I am now, so it was not like it happened, and I'm glad it did, because something like this was not nowhere near in my plan. Like I didn't plan on being an actress like that, like nothing like that. Fashion has always been my main focus, so this is something new for me, but it's great because it gets me out my comfort zone. It inspires me. It inspires my creativity in fashion. Like it motivates me to be an entrepreneur. Like it's amazing, so I'm glad that God brought me to this point I'm at now.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Now let me go back in my sketch brain and
Okay.
see if
Okay.
I'm wrong. I'm gonna feel bad, but I believe it was Head Thief. Was that it?
Yes, that was the first video I was ever in. Yes. Yes.
As
Yes, that was the first video.
I was going through like a super serious, everything serious, why nobody taking life serious phase,
Okay.
and I had to go away from it. Like I spent some years in the military, so like the
Wow.
first things I really saw outside of everything else was like some of the people making fun of the military stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like so the sketches were like military based, and then I saw Big Ja. I
Mm-hmm.
think after because Juhan Jones and Karan and them was like
Yeah.
trailblazers. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching
Yeah.
VHS tapes now. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like I don't know. I know. Like I'm like, oh, the shit done actually changed with the quality of what you see, not necessarily, the content, but visually
Mm-hmm.
how it looks. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So I saw like a bunch of people that was around, and I was like, oh, okay, B Simone, blah blah blah, this. So
Right.
seeing that and then seeing it expand out to everybody else that I saw, I was like, yo, this is wow. So I think Big Ja and Tyree was
Oh,
like, and Clayton Thomas was like the go-to people that I saw, and then it was like people who I saw off of that, and
mm-hmm.
I was laughing. I found myself laughing. You know what I'm saying? Normally, like comedy, I'm looking for like the intricacies of the joke. I
Yeah.
don't just get a chance to enjoy the joke. I'm like, oh, okay, so the setup was like da 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 da, this. So like, yeah, that was classic material. You see what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? But I was just laughing, and I was like, let me pay attention. Let me kind of pay attention to what's going on. I'm laughing, and then I'm looking. I'm like, okay, I seen this person in this video, this person, that video, this.
Yeah.
Maybe they're all workmates. This stuff starts coming together. Like maybe they all work together. Okay,
Yeah.
and I think maybe they say, okay, we're gonna work on you, and then we're gonna go on your stuff, make sure you blow up, and then it's this one, and then it's that one, then we can hire people. And then, like I started seeing things, unfold before my eyes. This is just me, an onlooker looking. I don't even know if this is how it goes, but this is what I saw. I'm
Right.
like, this is amazing. And this
Yeah.
is a new lane because we have young people out here and we tell them stuff like, go get a job. Like,
Right.
no, these people are using their phone. They're
Right.
using it. I'm like, oh, this is brilliant. This is fucking like this is brilliant. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
no, my phone makes me money. Like this is this is amazing. I was like, okay, so how do you do this and how you do this perfected in the best kind of manner? So y'all are like the prototype for future generations.
Yeah,
This is a lane now. You see
just
what I'm saying? Like this is a marketable lane for young people to be creative and for
right.
them to express themselves in the manner in which they see fit. And I'm like, this is spreading around the world, you know. So I'm like, this for me, this is beautiful.
Yeah,
And you know, for you, this bugged out for me. I was like, I think the first time I saw her was in Head Deep. Like she ain't say nothing, but she was there. She was there. She was there. I was like,
that was,
I'm
you're right.
sure.
Right.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then I think I saw you like. Well, I told you, I think one of the most memorable ones at that time was the one with Jay Horn. You know what I'm saying? And with G Wayne with the First Date Investments
Yeah.
series. Yeah, I was like, yeah, she's wild. Like she's wild. You see what I'm saying? So, like, how do you kind of prepare for, you know, what's presented to you? Because I'm pretty sure y'all throw like concepts around. So, how do you kind of prepare yourself for each character? Because none of what I've seen is the same. And you know, actors and actresses could kind of fall into a line where they deadlocked in and they expect you to see you a certain kind of way, but
Right.
your inventiveness. So either you the sister or the cousin or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's so much stuff there. Then I seen like you the mother. You understand? Like so it's like so much aspects that you know that you kind of bring to it. So how do you kind of prepare for each role that you undertake?
Well, it definitely, first of all, acting is, it's just kind of falling into that character, like thinking, what would that character do? What would that person do? How would you feel if somebody did that to you? Like, that's literally what I have to have go through my head when I'm about to be someone or about to act like something. I have to tell myself, well, how would you feel if somebody did that to you? Or how would you feel if you were this person and someone just said that to you? Like, that's literally what I'm doing in my head before I'm going and acting or going and being that character. Because even like for G Wayne, for example, for First Aid Investments, he had to kind of like, he's had to help me a lot because I'm not mean at all. Like, that is not my character at all. So, being that mean woman, like, just got out of jail, like, that's not me at all. So, definitely just having to kind of like think, what would a woman that just got out of jail be like? Like, how would she be? Would she be rougher on the edges? Like, of course she would. Like, this is what you need to be like. So it's definitely like a learning process, but for the most part, it's just kind of like trying to figure out, how would that character be? How would you feel if somebody put you in that position? Or how would you feel if somebody said that to you or you were there in this moment in time? So it's just nothing but that, really, and just having fun with it,
It's like the most adaptable mind trip in the world. You
Yeah.
know, you just think about it. You in that scene with Jay Horn. You see what I'm saying? I've been places where I was sober and I seen all the drunk people. I was like, oh shit, this is
Right.
me when I'm drunk. All these people,
Yeah.
and it was disgusting. But if you're not drunk, you sober. You like these people are fucking nuts. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like look at the thing. It's like you and Jay Horn, and then you and Jay Horn in another capacity, and then recently Jay Horn playing your son in the joint. I was like, this is, you know what I mean? Like so, like all of these joints all together. You see what I'm saying? Like how all of these things go. Like it's like amazing, and it's like rapid change, adaptability. This, boom, 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 boom. That's brilliant. So like we would normally have to wait years to see something like this, like a new character, like you know Denzel. Like people were heartbroken to see Denzel in Training Day, because they saw Denzel as Malcolm X. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? It's like, what
Yeah.
is he doing in Training Day? I was like, yeah, we might have got a chance to see the real Denzel for once.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was like,
Exactly.
I got a lot of Training Day in me, and
Right.
these are concepts where you don't get a chance to sit with them to find out that process and what that really is and who they are outside of the characters that we see. We only see them in the characters. You see what I'm saying? So,
Oh, yeah.
again, it comes back to, this situation where these interactions are priceless because this is a chance to meet you for a moment. You see what I'm saying? And then it's back to on the screen. Then I'm bugging looking on the screen like, oh shit, that's really Tim Willie right there. Like that's really him. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so it's
Yeah.
just bug to actually see that. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, I really see that. So now with this creative lane that you've been in, as a designer,
Mhm.
from a young woman, all the way up, what does this sense in regards to this other lane of creativity that you walked into, how do you think those skills branch into this businesswoman, CEO, entrepreneur that you are? How do these things help you? How do you put those things together?
Um, Definitely, like I said, I feel like even being in this and continuing like in these skits and YouTube in general, it's pushed me out my comfort zone. It makes you want to go for things that you never went for. Like
Mm,
literally, of course, I've always wanted to be a business owner. I've always wanted to have my own line. But to be honest with you, there were times where I did doubt myself. And in the moment of like now, especially being in YouTube and all that, like this has been my biggest push because it's pushed me out my comfort zone. It's pushed me to want to try new things and just want to be my own boss. And I've always wanted to be my own boss, but it's pushed me even more. Like I have people surrounding me that literally just do this all day, every day. This is their job. This is what they do all day, every day. And they are entrepreneurs. They are making their own money doing these YouTube videos, just literally having fun. And that is my biggest motivation. Like it's just more motivation for me. It's more drive, it's more push for me to just make it happen. Like stop sitting on your butt, like make it happen now. Stop with the sitting, stop with the waiting. Like this is the time now. I really feel
mm.
God like pushing me in this moment in time in my life, just based off the fact that I started YouTube, to be honest with you, because it pushed me out my comfort zone. So it's definitely pushed me further.
Okay. So you mentioned taking things one day at a time, and when we first started. So with everything and where you are,
Mhm.
what's some of the things that you are drawing or and taking away from the experiences that have presented themselves to you as of late? Uh, as a professional, as a businesswoman, as a black woman in America, all of the categories and things like that. Like, how are you feeling and how truly coping with these things that you see?
You're asking how am I coping with everything going on right now?
Yeah, and like, what's some of your takeaways from this experience? Because these are experiences that we've seen, you know, our ancestors go through, and we
Right.
find ourselves in similar situations. So, you know, how you dealing with everything?
I mean, it's a lot right now. It's a lot. And I will say even filming right now like does not feel the same because it's just like it's mentally draining. It's mental health is so important and trying to fake a smile or fake, of course acting is acting, but like doing what we do and try to make people laugh and being in the midst of everything that's going on, it's energy right now that we've of course felt before, our ancestors felt before, but this is like on a whole other level. Sitting in my office, I'm the only Black woman in my office. Sitting in my office,
Mm,
having to have a smile and having to, be there and be present is like, it's a lot. It's a lot, and especially when they sit there and talk about it and they talk about it in the regards of how they see it portrayed on the news. All they see is the looting. All they see is that. Well, y'all don't see the protesting. Y'all don't see the videos that are being posted on social media of Black men and
right.
Black women being harassed and beaten and killed. Y'all don't see that. So it's mentally draining right now. It's definitely a lot. It's eye opening. It's a lot of things right now. But what I am trying to do is just keep praying for hope, keep praying for peace, keep praying for all that, keep praying for change, like prayer. Like that's all I keep doing. I keep praying every morning about it because that's all I can do right now. And of course, my voice and my platform. So that's where I'm at right now. Just trying to take it day by day.
That's true.
How are you dealing with it? Let me ask you a question. How are you dealing with this right now? I thought this was your show, but let me ask you how you doing.
Hey, you ask me whatever you like. Yeah, like it's definitely a great identifying experience.
Yeah.
You will find yourself in the crisis. You will find the Christ in the crisis. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of voices, a lot of people that are emerging as Christ figures. A lot of brothers, a lot of sisters, a lot of youth. Like I love the youth. You see what I'm saying? They are our children. They are our future, and
Right.
however they need to express themselves, I support them in their expression, whatever that is. You see what I'm saying? Those are our children. If there was anybody else's children, they would tell you boys will be boys, children will be children. Okay,
Right.
so if they had enough, and whatever their recourse is, that's their recourse. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not one of those stuffed shirts. We lived through the Rodney King verdict. We lived through all kinds of Reaganomics, the 80s. You understand what I'm saying? We lived through that. Like we lost loved ones, we lost fathers, we lost mothers, we lost children through that. Intentional, systematic onslaught. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thankful that I've never been in this space to have this platform to not speak truth to power, whatever that truth is. I let those, the people come on from different walks of life that are us and express themselves. So,
Right.
I'm thankful, for these platforms and folks that are having platforms, each and every day. We see our greats. I seen Lunel and so many of the greats that are out there that are unapologetic, and
Yeah.
standing on truth. I'm motivated by them, and I'm thankful that people are using their platform in truth. So
Right.
I think that's what I could say, and I'm blessed beyond belief to have opportunities like this. Because if it wasn't opportunities like this, we wouldn't have a chance to dialogue. You see what I'm saying? I would just be looking and pontificating in my head about this strategy of what you presenting. You see what I'm saying? So I can ask you live. You see what I'm saying? And not in the thirst trap or comments or DMs. So whatever the case may be. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I can get a chance to learn you and know you and see you for who you are and
Right.
not just the role that you're in. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's a blessing, you know. So even in chaos, there's still blessings. God is still present, and
Of
God
course.
is God.
At all times.
So that's what.
Definitely.
Yeah. So your design motivation, where are you planning on taking it? How you looking to build your brand and get your brand out there in the global marketplace?
I mean,
Because
of
you
course,
already have brand recognition. You already Reddstylez. You and your
right.
brand are synonymous with one another. You see what I'm saying? So you have a global brand recognition. So when you add these other things, everything you have done thus far, from my perspective, is a uh, precursor to what you're going to present to the world.
Right.
Dynamic.
Right. Sorry, was there a question behind that? What you say? I'm like listening to you, but what was the question? Sorry, what was the question? How?
What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Yeah, that's like that. I was saying about your brand, your design brand, your
Yeah.
company,
Mhm.
what's kind of like your vision, your goal, and how do you kind of plan to bring it to the global marketplace?
Right now, my vision is definitely just being different. Of course, every brand wants to be different, but really letting people be their true selves and be comfortable in whatever they wear. That's why I don't know if I can cuss on here. Can I cuss on here?
Yes, you can. Yes,
Oh,
yes, hell yeah.
I didn't know. I just want to double check, but that's why I created this one, which is wear what the fuck you want, because
Woo!
like
I bet.
the quotation underneath that is "Be you, do you." And
Mm,
I actually had this talk on a podcast with, I don't know if you know who Craig Smith is. I was on his podcast
yeah,
and he
legend.
asked me about the clothing line. This is my first collection. This ain't even really it. You know, I have other things that I have in my head, the things I've designed, but this is my first one. This is my baby. This is just sweatshirts and sweatpants and a message on it, you know? But I
Mm,
was explaining to him that, you know, all my life I've definitely, we're not gonna like ignore this, but I've always had a big butt. You know, I've always had curves, I always had hips, and I've been told you can't wear that because men are gonna look at you, or they're gonna look at you this way or that way. You can't wear that because then you're gonna look like a hoe. You're gonna look like this. So sitting there thinking one day, and it just popped in my head. I can wear what the fuck I want to wear. I don't care what nobody got to say. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. So
damn
in
right.
behind that is literally the story. It's just sitting there one day thinking about it, like, wow, like people really be trying to tell me like I can't wear this, I can't wear that. Like, Alexis, you can't walk out in that. Now you know what you're gonna look like if you walk out in that. Seriously? Oh, but the
They got
girl
me
there
fucked
can
up.
wear that. She can wear that. I can't wear that. Crazy. Wear
Right.
what the fuck you want. Wear what the fuck you want. Be you, do what you want to do. Wear what you want to wear. Be who you want to
Right.
be. Okay.
Right.
So that's my first collection, and I'm having my first photo shoot on Saturday, and I'm extremely excited. I've been like planning, plotting, trying to get it all together, but I'm very excited for it, and I can't wait to drop it and have people rocking it and feeling what I feel when I wear this sweatshirt. So super excited.
That's what's up. You know, you got support and love over here all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
thank you.
it's all love. We rooting for you to win. Okay? We
Thank
are rooting for you to win. So
you.
yeah. What's your goals? What's some of the goals that you can share with us? I know you can't share everything, you know.
Oh man. I mean, obviously my biggest goal, even as a young girl, like I remember being young and like selling jewelry for 25 cents. Like being my own boss, being an entrepreneur has always been my biggest goal. Not having to work a 9 to 5, not having to answer to anyone else but God, literally has been my biggest goal. But other goals underneath that, I definitely want to write my own book. I want to open a restaurant. Like I want to open specifically a poetry lounge. I do write poetry, and I want to open a poetry lounge. So just, those are some things. I want to have a nonprofit that teaches young Black women and Black men how to start their own businesses, how to run their own businesses. Like there's so many
Mm.
things that I have to accomplish, that I got to get done. So I have a lot of goals. I have a lot of goals that I need to accomplish and will accomplish. So
I said I was gonna host a poetry slam on this platform.
oh, you are. Oh, I gotta be there.
Yeah.
I gotta be there.
Yeah. I said I was gonna put on a poetry slam,
Mhm.
$150 to the first place, one place, when it takes all.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I was looking for some judges, you know, judges, possibly a host. You understand what I'm saying? Host this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there.
So I definitely want to do that. You know, in the midst of everything that's going on, I
Right.
saw a lot of the music is celebrated. You know, there's a lot of the hip hop, the R&B, the
Right.
spoken word. Um, Outside of the last poets, and I saw their poetry jam last weekend. I believe Black Ice and them came through and they were doing something, but it's not a lot of that aspect of the arts coming out. So good
Right.
opportunity.
Mhm.
Bring some people together. Here's
Definitely.
some phenomenal poetry, and
Def-
support the art. So,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping it works out. And wouldn't that be better than, hosted by Reddstylez? Like Reddstylez, I didn't even know you did poetry.
I do.
What don't you do, man? What don't you do, man? Okay, because I seen you, you somebody mama, you know
No,
what I'm saying? Like,
no, I ain't know his mama yet. Lord, I ain't
right,
know
right.
his
But you know how people they keep whatever they see you last as or whatever they like.
man.
I
I
saw
know.
you in that skit, and I can't believe you was that drunk. Like I was acting. Like no,
No way.
I know drunk people. Like
Like I was completely acting. That's not real. Please understand.
uh,
That's not really me. Okay. So
that was amazing, though. No, I mean all of it. Like all of it is amazing. That adaptability. Like I was saying.
yeah.
So now that you out in the public eye, I think we talked about it kind of last time.
Uh-huh.
Um, what's been your experiences like with people? Some of the stories you could share, positive, not so positive, whatever the case may be, about being in the public eye, and what advice would you give to our people, especially our sisters, coming into this particular line of work?
Um. One thing. I'll start with the advice. Definitely is that people are going to have their opinions and thoughts of you. They're going. People talk. People have their opinions of you that they think. This goes back to my sweatshirts. Be you, do you. Like at the end of the day, people are going to talk regardless. Like just continue going. Like people are going to have their opinions. People are going to say you're this. People are going to say you're that. Don't let that tear you down. They don't know you. They're probably on the other side of the world with dealing with their own traumas, their own situations. Like don't listen to them. Just focus on what you're doing and you know who you are. That's like one of the biggest things I could tell another woman that's coming into this is that don't let those words knock you down. Don't let those words get to you. You know who you are. That's like the biggest thing I could tell them. So I will say one of the negatives is definitely sometimes dealing with some of the things that you read. They can be hurtful. People do write hurtful things on YouTube. It's no other way to put it. Like people say certain things, and it's just like, man, like I didn't even know y'all could go that deep on me like that. Like I didn't know. So you gotta have some tough skin sometimes. So that's definitely one of the things that is a little bit of a negative at times. A positive is just being able to make people laugh. I think that's the funnest part about it. Just being able to be silly and kind of take people's minds off of some things that are going on in the world. Like even with Corona, like being out and being able to create these skits and drop them and have people laughing and kind of taking their mind off of things that are going on. It's always great too. So I find that to be a positive for sure. So there's just a couple things, definitely.
So how did you find a way to navigate some of that negativity? Did it affect you kind of at first, and if so, like how did you find your way?
I would definitely say that um, at first, actually, it was more so like, nah, like whatever. Like I didn't care. It was actually more so recently later on that it's kind of like, man, like people really go in. Especially when you have your own channel too and you have your own content. It's like that's when you take stuff a little bit more like a little more personal because you're like, okay, this is my shit. Like this
It's
is
my
really
favorite. Yeah,
my
yeah.
channel, my ideas, like, like
Right.
sometimes it can be a little hurtful, but it's just kind of trying to shake it off and you're not going to relate to everybody. Not everybody's going to like what you put out. That's like one of the biggest things that even Jay Horn told me and a couple other content creators told me. Not everybody's going to like what you put out. But if you think it's funny, if you like it, put it out. Like if you think it's funny, put it out. Don't wait for everybody else. Don't wait for everybody's opinion. Like put it out. So that's like one of the biggest things that I've had to like get used to. Like just keep reminding myself, like not everybody's gonna like it, but if you like it, put it out. Like bottom line. So
I agree.
yeah.
So now on set
Mhm.
chemistry, like who are some of the best people that you work with? Like who brings, I think I asked before, like who got you on your A game? You see what I'm saying? Like who make you want to step it up and do what you need to do?
Man, I feel like everybody in their own way, for the most part, makes you want to step up, especially me, because I was just entering, and even now, till now, some of the bigger ones that have definitely pushed me the most has been like Jay Horn, even Ja. I've had conversations with him too, and just kind of getting his feedback and stuff. He's been another one that's kind of like helped me. But yeah, those are main ones. Even Kiera Nicole, I don't know if you've seen Kiera Nicole. She's definitely someone that's, yeah, she's been another pusher for me, helping me, and just getting in my ear like, Alexis, keep going. Like, do this. You can do this. Like, we're all helping each other out, to be honest, and just really trying to spread that positivity and that push and that motivation. So those are some of the big ones, though, that have been true motivation for me.
Like that.
Yeah.
That fake fight scene, cuz I'm gonna teach you how to fight.
Oh no. And I told you too, I was like, you picked me to do this. Like I said, that like the stuff you all be seeing on camera, like that is like not me. Like I don't fight. I really don't fight. The only way you'll get me to fight is if it's like truly self-defense. Like I've been put in a situation. Other than that, I'd rather use my words, because it's just not even worth it. It's not worth it for somebody to get me out my character that much to the point where I'm ready to throw down like that. That's just who I am. So that's why when she made me do that, it was just so funny, because I'm like, this is not me, but okay, let's do it. Let's have fun with this, because this is the role. Let's have fun with it. So
then Callie comes to the house. Trying to be serious. I don't even know how y'all made it through that scene. Like trying to be serious. Like, yeah, I'm saying, like,
we gotta laugh it out, and then we be we were laughing at all of a sudden we gotta, all right, let's go. So
yeah, that's amazing. I mean, we benefit from the finished product. I'm always trying to see some behind the scenes stuff, some blooper reels, all of that. Like that's where I love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every once in a while, if y'all could take like a little moment just for the geeks like me to be like, this is what we did, blah blah blah. This is what because some of that stuff be like straight improv. You can't explain improv. It's like
most of it, honestly, most of it
wasn't in the script. Wasn't no script for that.
I'll be honest with you. I think I would say percentage-wise, probably like 85% of the stuff that we do is improv. It's completely off the top of our head, like things we just say, like things we just do in the moment, and that's what it is, and that's what's gonna be in the rest of the scene. Like that's just how it's the easy. It's hard, but it's the easiest way to go about it. Like scripts can be a little too much sometimes, but sometimes people do scripts just to kind of keep you on that same track of where they're headed with the conversation. But for the most part, it's improv, because that's the most natural, is when you're just talking and kind of keeping that same subject in your head, but just talking.
I love it. Like I'm thinking when I hear that, I hear Life, I hear Beverly Hills Cop series, all of that. Like I hear that because Eddie was a master at improv. He was a master. Like if you look back at the Beverly Hills Cop scenes, like in those movies, he's making it up. You can see him thinking about what he's about to do, and then boom. I'm with the Rap Coalition of United States of America. Do you love rap music? You know what I'm saying? Like right there on the spot. Like he's looking, like they show the camera peering around, and he's got it.
Right.
He's got it right there. You see what I'm saying? They said they left gaps in the script for him
to just do
to just improv.
Right.
Do it. Like boom. Whatever it is, they capture it. That's what it is.
Right.
So yeah. And I see it, like I see that improv, I see that timing, like that timing is like impeccable. I'm like, man. So this, okay, so it's amazing.
Yeah,
It takes some talent and some skill. It's not just automatic, natural.
No, improv is definitely like it takes a minute to even get used to that, because sometimes you be overthinking, like thinking way too much about it. And it's like, no, just be you. Like, just have fun with it. Like, literally, I be having to tell myself that. Just have fun with it. Like, don't be so serious. Like, have fun with it, you know? But yeah, improv can be kind of, sometimes at first it's definitely a little difficult. It's a skill to acquire after some time.
That's what's up. Are you overly critical of yourself when you go to a scene or something? Like, do you find yourself kind of like, well, I should have did this or blah, blah, blah? Like, do you get like down, you don't get down in the dumps about your performance? Have you ever seen something that you did and was like,
oh yeah, I'll be completely honest in saying that I've definitely, it definitely starts, especially when you're starting your own content. I think that's the biggest thing. Like for me, starting my own content was when I was like, all right, I don't know. I could have did that better. That could have been, especially when you play stuff back and you see it and you're like, I could have did that a little bit better. I could have said that a little clearer. But you know what? It is what it is. And you just you get better each time. You keep better each time. Every time you go back, like literally every time that I've gone back and like shot with Jay Horn or like, we're shooting or whatever, it's like, okay, I want to do this a different way. I want to do this scene a little bit different. I want to get this shot of me this way, because I can already see it in editing. So it's just a learning process, Of course I beat myself up, but it's a learning process. It's a learning process. Sure.
So you edit your own content, all of that, everything. So you do your own.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, yeah. Be
what
over
was
there.
That like?
Be over there at work. They be asking me something. Yeah, I'll be there in just a second. Let me fix this real quick. They thinking I'm on an email now. I'm trying to get this clipped over here, and I need this to add this. So I just be trying to multitask and trying to make it happen.
That's what's up, man. That's like one-stop shop right there. You see what I'm saying? Like one-stop shop. I love it. That's an adaptable skill. Like, so are you from Cali? You from Cali?
Yeah, I'm from California.
Yes, that cost of living ain't no joke, huh? Out there.
Woo! No. At all. California is a whole other type of money. It's a whole type of different situation out here. Definitely.
So what's that grind like? That I heard the grind is serious. Either you make it or you leave. You got to make it out there. Huh?
I've been here all my life, so I've seen it all. I've been here all my life, so it's kind of like this is what it is. This is how it is, and this is what it is. So just got to keep pushing.
So you mentioned that nonprofit, and that nonprofit struck my ears. My target audience group is at-risk youth. So just even what you provided about wanting to start a nonprofit for young brothers and sisters to teach them how to go in business for themselves. I think that is very, very, very needed.
Yeah.
I was speaking about something like that yesterday. I was saying that the way that our youth and our people contribute to society in the eyes of those people who are not us is the prison population, the youth detention. I speak at the youth detention center, and I speak at the prisons. I tell the youth, I'm going to go see your father right now. In prison, and I get to prison and I say, I just finished speaking to your sons. They're waiting to come here. You see what I'm saying? Painting the picture of what recidivism looks like. And in the society, if you don't contribute to the society in one way, they figure out a lane for you to contribute in other ways. You see what I'm saying? The mortuary, the coroner's office, the prison cell, the mental institutions. You see what I'm saying? Foster care. All of these other ways. Where people who didn't get an opportunity, they didn't get a chance. You see what I'm saying? They were born without a chance.
Yeah.
So working with them and creating opportunities for them to see that they're more than their circumstances is phenomenal. You know, so the service that you provide is going to be very, very needed. Especially where you are. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
people are
Especially because I mean, at the end of the day, they're not teaching this in school. They're not teaching you how to be
right.
an entrepreneur in school. They're teaching you how to get your education and work a 9 to 5 until the day you
Well,
die.
they're 9 to 5 today.
Exactly. Building somebody else's dream, making money for
Right.
somebody else while you just slave to it and do it. So, I definitely want to inspire a young Black woman, a young Black man to step up and make their own dreams come true. Make what they want to happen, what they want to build happen because they can, you know? So,
And you're surrounded by a whole bunch of young black entrepreneurs. You
exactly.
know,
The
so
inspiration around.
bam.
Exactly.
So when is the Red Styles fashion show? The physical or the virtual fashion show? I'm ready to see it. You understand
I
what
don't
I'm
even
saying?
know. I'm like, will it be virtual? Will it be in person? I don't know. That is a great
Ready
question.
for
That's a really great question. I would say somewhere after this next collection, I've been plotting and planning and designing. I feel like that's when when I drop that collection, that's when I'll do a runway show or a fashion show. Right now, this is kind of simpler. I'm doing boutique stuff, kind of starting out small with my stuff. But this next collection I have in mind and I want to drop is going to be super dope. And I definitely would love to do a fashion show. You definitely inspired me right now because I didn't even think about that. I'm just thinking about dropping it. But that is a great idea. Thank you because I probably will do
I got it from you. I got it from you. You know what I'm saying? My mom
that.
was like, to do a fashion show in my vegan restaurant next to my nonprofit. I got to buy up the block and I'm gonna do that and do my
Yeah,
book launch, with all that at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah.
you be bossing out here. So I'm just getting that inspiration from what
Thank
you
you.
provide. Your inspiration.
Thank
You
you.
know.
I appreciate that.
So it's been real. I don't want to steal too much more of your time. I want to save room for make you want to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whenever you do that poetry though, let me know. I'm so down for that. I'm so down for that.
Yeah, you the first one in mind. Definitely. The first one in mind for that. Um, yeah. So hopefully your schedule will be available because you're a busy sister. You know what I'm saying? Be out moving.
I'll be moving, but I will make time though. Just let me know. Just let me know. I'll make time.
All right. So final remarks, shout outs, social media, blah blah blah. Um, are you available to collaborate
Yeah.
to events and all whatever it is? You see what I'm saying? Let the family know
Yeah.
who will listen and who will.
Right. All you gotta do is DM me, email me. I mean, on Instagram, you can literally press email and it takes you right to my business email. You can email me whatever you need to about collaborations or events or whatever you need help with, whatever. I'll definitely take the time to respond. Just let me know. But yeah, you can follow me at Reddstylez, REDD Styles with a Z. And you can also follow my boutique slash fashion brand shop at shit. Shop Reddstylez at Shop Reddstylez. Lord, I'm forgetting my stuff. I'm all over the
That's
place.
all good.
Shop Reddstylez. That is my Instagram. What is he? So you can follow that or my YouTube as well, Reddstylez. So yeah.
Right. I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
send you this video so I can see your editing skills and you can put it up on your channel like boom. They'll be like, who
yeah,
would you talk to? You know what I'm saying? No, we
definitely.
open over.
Yeah.
Right. So I definitely thank you for your time, your attention, your love, your sense of humor, your seriousness, all of those wonderful things that make you you. And I'm rooting for your success, and anything I can do to help you in the future, you just let me know.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Got the gift in the building. The gift, ladies and gentlemen. Queen Reddstylez in the building. Coming to a boutique in the runway near you. Okay? You heard?
Most
We out of
definitely.
here.
All right.
Peace.